To create and maintain an effective long-term mentoring relationship, it is necessary to undertake a range of key tasks on an ongoing basis. Empathizing means sharing the feelings and emotions of another. This doesn't mean becoming emotionally involved with the client, it simply means putting yourself in another person's shoes. Demonstrating understanding is a key part of the helping process, as it shows your client that you care, something they may not have felt for a significant period of time. Attending is to focus all your attention upon the client. This is where your active listening skills come into use. Your senses must be present and at attention throughout the mentoring session. Your eyes, ears and intellect must be focused on your client's face, body and words in order to evaluate and lead the process. We won't focus too much on questioning, as we will cover it more in depth later on. Reflect means to reflect back through your verbal and non-verbal cues what the client is saying to you. As you gather answers to your client's questions, it is appropriate to ask for clarification with phrases such as, "Are you saying?" or "Do you mean?" Such comments not only help to get the facts straight, but also assure the client that you are very much involved in the process. Again, the client with low self-esteem will appreciate your concern. This is the beginning of a changed self-concept. Your empathy will be clear in your feedback of the content and in the manner in which you are presenting it. From time to time, it will be appropriate to feedback the client's information. This does not mean parroting back word for word what the client has said, but rather selecting a key word or phrase in his presentation and building statements around it. As a technique, paraphrasing is particularly significant in disarming denial for the following reasons. First, as you have to give information back to the client, he will rehear what has actually been happening in his life, and as he has quite possibly been out of the meaningful contact with others for some time, the mirroring effect of the paraphrase will help him to objectify himself. It is your job to give the session direction in order to maximize the support available in a brief period of time. Perhaps your client is long-winded and dominates by getting stuck in less and less relevant detail. You need to get him back on track, but without giving offense. However, it is up to the client to dictate the direction of the session in terms of what they wish to talk about or undertake action planning for. Guiding can take the form of sharing your own experiences about a given situation, but be careful not to get too personal. At one or more points in the session, it will be appropriate to summarize the material. This might be at a quiet time in the process when the client appears to have concluded a particular phase in his presentation, or it might be a point that you feel you have gathered so much information that you need to summarize it before you forget what has been said. Furthermore, summarizing helps in setting goals and targets as part of a wider ongoing development plan.